Hey guys, the ETF manipulation continues, but Bitcoin is standing strong. Now we all need some clarity on what is going to happen next. That's why I decided to make a video in which I share some predictions for 2024 from Coin Berau, and of course I will give my own opinion on each of them. Let's get started. Coin Berau, a top crypto blogger, believes that we will see the launch of a spot Bitcoin ETF this year. In fact, it is no longer a secret that the SEC should accept applications for ETFs in the near future. But the main question is, when exactly? Most experts expect the approval in the middle of this month, more precisely around the 10th of this month. What is the basis for this opinion? It's very simple, because the SEC has deadlines for responding to these filings, and most of these deadlines are coming to an end this month. So I fully agree with Coin Berau's prediction, but I would like to add my own vision on this situation. First of all, it is very important to understand what a Bitcoin ETF is and why it is needed. I talked about this in one of my recent videos, so if you haven't seen it yet, you can find the link in the description. But let's move on. It is obvious to everyone that such a spot ETF will change the crypto market forever. Huge funds and ordinary buyers who were previously unfamiliar with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other assets will come to crypto. But it's not that simple. I think it's quite likely that we will see a pretty strong correction in the next 1 to 2 months. Although Bitcoin ETFs are a very useful introduction to the market, we will see real results only in the long run. By the way, Arthur Hayes made a very interesting comment on this topic. The market has to hurt financial asset holders to get the Fed and Treasury to print money again. All assets, including cryptocurrencies, will collapse together as the market is encouraged by the prospect of the free market reopening. That's my prediction for the future of Bitcoin ETFs. But I have some more interesting news. Spot Ethereum ETFs are likely to debut in 2024, as the SEC has already implicitly accepted ETH as a strong commodity, according to Bloomberg's. Interestingly enough, I think such an acceptance will have a strong impact on the market, as it will definitely be Q3 to 4 of 2024. Anyway, let's move on to the next prediction. The second prediction by Coin Berau was the opinion that BTC will reach a new all-time high this year. This is an interesting opinion that many may disagree with. What do you think? Will BTC reach new highs this year? Write your answers in the comments below. And while you are writing, I will share my opinion and vision of this situation. The year 2024 is full of important events for BTC, Bitcoin ETFs, and halving. And this is very exciting because we can look at the history of halving and draw conclusions about how the market reacts to this event. This is not possible with Bitcoin ETFs because this is actually a unique event that has never happened before. But we've already talked about ETFs, so I want to focus your attention on how halving has historically affected BTC. In fact, each time the situation was roughly the same. A year would pass after the halving, and then BTC would hit all-time highs. I think this chart makes it more clear. But what will happen this year? It seems to me that 2024 will break the system. There's too much great news to wait another year for the halving. So I think it's quite possible that we'll see new all-time highs as early as the fourth quarter of this year. The analysts at Bitwise think so too. And while you're thinking about it, whether to buy Bitcoin, let's move on to Coin Berau's third preview.
3, 2, 1, fire!
The author of this video believes that in 2024, some countries, including those subject to U.S. sanctions, will start using Bitcoin for international trade. This has already been observed in Iran in 2022, although no specific cryptocurrency has been confirmed. Russia has also announced its intention to use BTC for trade. This is a rather interesting thesis, which is hard to disagree with, but there are some nuances. First of all, I would like to point out that this year only those countries that have problems with their own foreign policy will resort to such measures. I highly doubt that more developed countries will start sending and receiving BTCs in international trade. It is currently less profitable and less convenient. However, I think another scenario is quite likely. I am sure that cryptocurrency is one of the most convenient tools for payment transfers and for everyday use of money in the standard sense of the word. Therefore, it is quite likely that we will see the introduction of cryptocurrencies in our everyday lives. You will be able to transfer stablecoins to your mom, pay for your gas, or dinner in a restaurant. I do not believe that everyone will fully switch to crypto in just 1 year, but in 2024 this process will definitely develop, especially after the introduction of Bitcoin ETFs. People who support crypto and even actively use it are already coming to power in different countries around the world. The presence of cryptocurrency at this level will definitely not go unnoticed by ordinary people. Unfortunately, not everything is as easy as it seems. The ability to pay with stablecoins requires general acceptance and regulation by governments, which already complicates the situation. And if earlier crypto transfers were expensive and slow, now the situation is as different as possible. Therefore, it is likely that 2024 will mark the beginning of a major restructuring of financial institutions and our daily lives, thanks to the introduction of regulation for stablecoins. While we wait for that, let's move on to the next prediction. The fourth prediction was a rather surprising opinion about FTX and its relaunch. Before the bankruptcy, the exchange held key positions in the cryptocurrency market. However, the bankruptcy and high-profile cases against the exchange's CEO took their toll. In fact, the exchange collapsed like a house of cards. And now, as Sam Bankman-Fried sits in prison trading tuna and other luxury goods, the new FTX team is already preparing for the rebirth of the old exchange. They have a rather ambitious plan, which even includes a refund to those investors who did not have time to withdraw their assets before the bankruptcy. And now we are witnessing a rather curious situation. If FTX manages to restart, the exchange should not have to pay anything to the IRS for its bankruptcy. However, if the government manages to recover $24 billion from the exchange, then there is no point in even talking about a restart. Therefore, the question of reviving the FTX is moot. With $16 billion in customer orders, the prospect of attracting enough business and generating enough revenue to offset the losses is unlikely. But let's get back to the Coin Berau's opinion. I cannot agree that FTX will be able to take a key position in the cryptocurrency exchange market. I believe that the cryptocurrency exchange market will look like this. Coinbase will take the first place and have the largest part of the market, followed by Binance with a smaller part, and then smaller exchanges like Kraken, OKX, etc. It seems to me that the crypto exchange market has been formed for a long time, and FTX, even after the rebirth, will not be able to enter this market in such a way as to take at least a top 5 position. But this is not so important, because globally it will not contribute to the market. So it's time to move on to the most interesting forecast for 2024. This one I added myself. The year 2024 has just begun, but it already looks crazy. Constant market manipulation, people earning tens of thousands on meme coins, new projects and trends appearing every day. And I understand that it is very difficult for many people to concentrate. It is not easy to see few narratives for 2024. So I decided to add this point to the video to talk about the most important narratives for this year that will help you make your first fortune or multiply your existing funds. I would like to start with GameFi, which is probably the most fascinating area in crypto. In fact, here you can play various blockchain-based games and earn money at the same time. Why do I think this will be a trend in 2024 and even 2025? Bitcoin ETFs are the beginning of the general acceptance, the first step towards your mom knowing what Bitcoin is and your little brother being able to play games and make money with it. And this is the main advantage of GameFi. Everyone loves computer games, and you can make money with crypto-based games. I believe that this area in crypto will be able to attract the maximum number of new users who will eventually move into other niches such as DeFi, NFT, and so on. And as I said, 2024 is the year of universal crypto adoption. So the second narrative for this year will be SocialFi. SocialFi brings together the principles of social media and DeFi. SocialFi platforms offer a decentralized approach to creating, managing, and owning social media platforms and the content created by its participants. I think it's a super cool trend. Just look at the number of users on TikTok. Other social media platforms like Instagram and Twitter have similar numbers. And it's actually the same situation as with GameFi. SocialFi offers you social networks where you can earn cryptocurrency for performing certain actions. A good example is friend.tech, where various influencers created accounts for themselves, and in order to follow an influencer, an ordinary user had to buy access. This access could be resold or, on the contrary, kept while the price of access increased. For a long time, this application showed high rates of user engagement and investment in the social network. And I am confident that this trend will continue, as it is a very effective way to attract new users to cryptocurrencies. And I want to remind you that this video is not financial advice, it is just my vision and understanding of the market. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the growth of coins and the rise of new trends. Thanks for watching your Coin Post.